Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of M+. This is going to be the start of a series of episodes that I'm going to release about Chinese food. I'd actually filmed in the Far East, China and Hong Kong and such, where I got to experience some really unique food at these restaurants, and I'm told that quite a few of these places are now being altered, so I wanted to share the experiences that I had. If you didn't know this, China is actually persecuting Muslims for practicing their religion. Uyghurs, about 2 million or so of them have been imprisoned so far, or re-educated, and it's really unfortunate what's going on over there. If you have a moment, just Google what's going on with Uyghurs in China, and at the very least, if you can, please remember them in your duas. Any of the proceeds we get from these videos will be donated to charities that help Muslims that are being persecuted. If you'd like to donate to them directly, I'll share the links below in the description or the comments. Please feel free to do so. We generally donate our proceeds anyway, we just don't talk about it. I specifically wanted to call this out because we're going to be talking about Chinese food in general. And I think it's important to share their Muslim Chinese and their food before it starts getting changed for better or worse. While I was in China for a conference, I was asked by a television reporter to talk about the country and all the speeches that were given by their high-ranking officials, and I didn't speak up about what was going on with the Uyghurs because, frankly, I thought, hey, this is China, and if I speak up on camera, on a television thing, this wasn't live, they would probably censor me, and there was no point. And I kind of regret that, but in hindsight, it wouldn't have made a difference anyway, because, like I said, they would censor it. But I changed my philosophy when it came to Davos in Switzerland, and I actually spoke up about some of the other things that are going on with Muslims being persecuted by governments, and that led to like a whole different thing, and I'll make a separate video about that. But I do hope you enjoyed this series of my amateurish attempt at showing you guys what Chinese Muslim cuisine is like. You might also see other restaurants that I filmed in China or Hong Kong. But it is very interesting to see what goes on over there, and people don't seem to talk about it. I was reading Jummah prayers in one of the cities that is considered like one of the first places where Islam actually reached China, at least through the sea. And I faced through more security than I faced in the airport just to go read Jummah. And that kind of opened my eyes into what was going on versus what is actually being talked about. And it's really unfortunate. So I think it's very important to share these authentic experiences that I've had so that you get to see them unfiltered. This first episode is actually a restaurant that used to be in SoCal. Unfortunately, they don't serve halal food anymore. The owners have changed, but the owners back then were really nice. And you'll get to see that in this episode. It used to be called May Wage and High. I think their restaurant still exists with the same name, but the owners are different and they're not Muslim anymore. They're not Muslim or halal. So you probably won't be able to try it, at least in the original menu that we had tried. Side note, I personally have always wanted a chef to make something with me on camera. It's like this hidden like thing that I always wanted to do. You see like Anthony Bourdain or whoever else like doing stuff on camera. I always wanted to do it. And annoyingly, my friends got to do it, and you'll see it in this episode. Emily, you might have seen her in the other episodes with Mohit. She gets to make dumplings, not once, twice with the owners, and I don't get to. So I'm really salty about that. It's been over like 2 years or something since this video was first recorded. But I do hope you enjoyed this, and if you get a moment, like I said, look up what is going on with Uyghurs in China. And please do donate to any of the charities that I list below. And at the very least, keep them in your duas. I do hope you enjoyed this video and this series. If you have any like comments, I'd love to hear from you guys. And yeah, let's begin. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, very good.
Professional right there.
Yeah, perfect.
Good job, Emily.
Okay, if one more, you hold on.
I'm excited for this. This is the Halal Chinese place, and when they give you gloves with your meal, you know things just got real. So we ordered a bunch of really interesting things. So I'm gonna try the string beans now. Oh yeah, this is good. It's like any other authentic Chinese restaurant. It's absolutely delicious. It's been cooked well. The seasoning is right. This is perfect. I hate it when they overcook things. This is good. It's got that bite to it. And I love the flavor profile. It's very good, mashallah. So I'm gonna try the Mapo Tofu now. Ooh. The silky goodness of tofu. Here. Look at that. This is spicy. It literally melts in your mouth. Like, you can literally just hold the tofu in your mouth and it's like this silky texture. It just melts into your palate. And then the spice hits you. I like it. It's good. Add this with a bit of rice. Oh. This is where it's at. I mean, if you come to a halal Chinese restaurant, you're probably going to get the meat and get it anyway. But the Mapo Tofu and the string beans, your stomach will thank you tomorrow. The Mapo Tofu definitely has meat in there. Because I was like, there's no way tofu tastes that good by itself. And there is like small chunks of minced meat that you can see if you're careful about it. It really adds to the texture and the flavor. I really like it. So when I was saying there's meat in there, if you see that, that's basically some chunks of minced meat in there. It's absolutely delicious though. So I just had the Mapo Tofu with plain rice. It makes a whole world of difference. The spiciness with the rice and the meat and the Mapo Tofu. The tofu silkiness with the... I just tried the Mapo Tofu with the plain steamed rice. It makes a world of difference. Like that flavor from all the spiciness in the sauce, the richness of the meat, and the silkiness of the tofu along with the rice. It just works. I'm told that Mapo Tofu is usually made with pork, so I'm really glad that I get to try it without having pork in the dish itself. So, alhamdulillah. So good. This is the beef and onion dumplings. So, I'm really excited for these because he literally just made them in front of us. In fact, he grabbed Emily and he actually made a couple with her. I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, it's good, perfect. Hey, perfect.
Mohit, I'm sorry because it's meat, so we couldn't get you in this one. Kind of jealous that I didn't get to make one, but they look delicious. That wasn't planned, but that tells you how juicy this is. It's all over my camera. Oh, this is delicious. If you can see the stuffing, it's onions, beef. It's simple it's just cooked fresh and it's really simple. And cooked fresh. They don't mess around. Oh my god. We actually got the sauteed lamb chop in hot chili sauce, and as you can see, it looks pretty fantastic. I wouldn't normally wear gloves for stuff like this because, girl, it's lamb chop. These are huge. It actually reminds me of paya, if you've ever had paya in like South Asian cuisine. So excited. I'm excited about this. It's very yummy. This is delicious. Absolutely delicious. And there's bone marrow in here. Like a big chunk of bone marrow. You can see it right there. I'm excited about it. I really wanted to get the braised oxtail, but they haven't got the halal meat in for a while, so they didn't have it available, that's why I tried this. But if you're in, definitely get the braised oxtail. I've heard really good things about it. Look at that. Bone marrow is just really good deliciousness. It's rich, it's flavorful, and the meat on this has been cooked really good. It's tender, it's flavorful. It's really not that spicy. And they asked if they could make it hot, and I said yes. It's really good. Not really sure why I need gloves for this, but this just made my night. I was just experimenting. Ughyurs is down the nearby. That's my go-to place, but they're like, it's a new Chinese place you gotta try out. And the type of cuisine is different. And I really hope these guys stick around. This is really good food. Oh, look at that. This dish actually I have fond memories of, just because as a kid, whenever we get bone marrow, my parents would give it to me when I was a smaller child, and whenever I have younger cousins and stuff, that's one of the most flavorful things you can get from any of the bones. And having so many options of these in the plate, this is taking me to a good place. Again, I'm not used to eating in gloves. But man, this is flavored down right here. So don't waste the gravy from the lamb chops. Because it's been cooked in the bone marrow, there's this depth of flavor that just hits you when you have it with the rice. And because it's been cooked in that bone marrow and the meat, you have these layers of fat that coat the rice itself. And it's absolutely delicious. I could have this any day. It's probably not healthy for me, but it's good. It reminds me of paya. Not as spicy. But that Mapo Tofu, that's where it's at. Well, that concludes the episode. I hope you really liked it. Please like and subscribe our video and share it with other folks. Assalamu alaikum. It just works. It's really good. That's That sounded disgusting. Let's do this again.
Obviously, you love the